Well, good morning or afternoon or evening, whenever you're watching this. Welcome to this week's technical rehearsal. This is for Sunday, July 21st, 2019. It is the third week in our series, Summer Love. Real quick before we dive in, I'm just going to go over the cue sheet. 5-minute countdown into Your Great Name, followed by God of the Promise, which will be the song that is cut for the 8 a.m. service. After that, your campus pastor or local host will come up for the welcome. We'll go into So Will I, then we'll go point to point for Calvary's Shadow. Special note, in the middle of Calvary's Shadow, at the end of the bridge, we'll be going into the bridge of Build My Life, followed by Ministry Time. So when Pastor Daniel comes up, we don't know where he's going to jump into. So be listening for context clues in what he says, but just be ready for the bridge of Calvary's Shadow, the chorus of Calvary's Shadow, or the bridge of Build My Life. Then after that, Pastor will throw to news, and then he'll be up to give us the message, and then we'll close out locally with next steps. So let myself or Wes know if you have any questions. Otherwise, let's get this kicked off with the 1-minute countdown.
You're in the house this morning. We're gonna sing this out together. We love to call your name. It's something we cannot explain. That happens when we proclaim your great name. Your great name. We love to call your name. It's something we cannot explain. That happens when we gonna wait for the walls to fall. 'Cause I know a name that will bring them down. And I've got a praise waking within my soul. And I'm not ashamed to declare it now. Light of the world, trample the darkness. Nothing can stop it. You are the God of the promise. Every word will be accomplished. Nothing can stop it. You are the God of the promise. Prepare the way, the King of glory comes. Before his name, every fear must bow. Throw off your chains, Jesus destroyed them all. And up from the grave, he is with us now. Light of the world, trample the darkness. Nothing can stop it. You are the God of the promise. Every word will be accomplished. Nothing can stop it. You are the God of the promise. The gates of hell will never stand a chance. Your name prevails, Jesus the great I am. No word will fail, no weapon formed against. Your name prevails, Jesus the great I am. The gates of hell will never stand a chance. Your name prevails, Jesus the great I am. No word will fail, no weapon formed against. Your name prevails, Jesus the great I am. Light of the world, trample the darkness. Nothing can stop it. You are the God of the promise. Every word will be accomplished. Nothing can stop it. You are the God of the promise.
Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate as your campus pastor or local host comes up for the week. Hello, my name is Matt Futukawa. I'm the Director of Production Resources here at LifePoint, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. At some point, Jess, we should maybe see if one of the communicators from rehearsal wants to practice during this time. Just side note, I'll talk to Wes about it. Like, it'd be good to give them a chance to rehearse clocks, music, whole nine transition. Sorry, just thinking ahead in the future. So they will come up, they'll welcome first-time guests, they'll introduce themselves, they'll have a pastoring moment over the campus, share something God's been showing them, talk about our spiritual pathways, and that should take about 3 minutes. And while I have this platform for another 2 minutes, I just wanted to quickly talk through, this should be our first week where all locations outside of broadcast are receiving via Living as One, and that's going to allow you guys some unique opportunities in your rehearsal and your run-through that we really haven't had up until now. Most of us do our run-through at Fred's 8 a.m. service, and as you know, Fred cuts Song 2, as a general rule, it's Song 2 that gets cut, just if any of you were wondering, gets cut for their 8 a.m. because of it has to be abbreviated due to time. So what you can now do with Living as One is at the 8 a.m. start, you can go ahead, start on time, pause, jump to the welcome, stay paused on Living as One at your campus, run through both songs, and then at the time for the welcome, you hit play as Living as One, and you are now back on sync with the broadcast location. And so you can do a full rehearsal run through at 8 a.m., which is something that we haven't had the opportunity to do before. We did that, I know we did it last week because I was at Richmond and we tested it and it worked great. I believe Stafford has been doing that. Yes. Did King George do that last week too? Awesome. So Culpeper and Spotsy, this will be your first week with that opportunity, and look forward to hoping that everything goes well with that. If you have any questions about Living as One, we have sent out a training video, and then for those of you who are getting deployed new this week, one of our teams will be with you for your first week on the system. Am I forgetting anything? Anyone? Cool. What do you mean? Yeah, we fixed them, but those are not correct online. Yes, those are correct. All right, so we're on the last 10 seconds. At this point, your CP, your host, may be praying. One quick note, actually, I'll say it at the end. So, welcome to Life Point Church.
3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
God of creation, here at the start, before the beginning of time. With no point of reference, you spoke to the dark and fleshed out the wonder of life.
Chorus.
And as you speak, 100 billion galaxies are born. In the vapor of your breath, the planet formed. If the stars were made to worship so I can see your heart in everything you made. Every burning star a signal fire of grace. If creation sings praises so your promise, you don't speak in vain, no syllable empty your voice. For once you have spoken, all nature and science follow the sound of your voice.
Chorus.
Oh, and as you speak, 100 billion creatures catch your breath, evolving in pursuit of what you said. If it all reveals your nature so I can see your heart in everything you say. Every painted sky, a canvas of your grace. If creation still obeys you so the stars were made to worship so high, if the mountains bow in reverence, so will I. If the oceans roar your greatness, so will I. For if everything exists to lift you high, so will I. If the wind goes where you send it, so will I. If the rocks cry out in silence, so will I.
Continue to build.
If the sum of all our praises still falls shy, then we'll sing again 100 billion times. Whoa. As you speak, 100 billion failures disappear. Where you lost your life so I could find it here. If you left the grave behind you, so I can see your heart in everything you've done. Every part designed in a work of art called love. If you gladly chose surrender, so I can see your heart 8 billion different ways. Every precious one, a child you died to save. If you gave your life to love him so like you would again 100 billion times. But what measure could amount to your desire?
Ending.
One never leaves the one behind.
One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Verse.
Take your bread, we take your cup, and we remember that you saved us. The spotless shed His precious blood, and from the sinner's crown, love flowed down. In Calvary's shadow, our chains are broken, death be defeated, and we are free. In Calvary's shadow, the darkness trembles. We stand and testify that we are free.
Verse.
We take our place beneath the cross and fix our gaze upon its majesty. The slain Messiah lifted up for all the world to see His victory. In Calvary's shadow, our chains are broken, death be defeated, and we are free. Calvary shadow, the darkness trembles as we stand and testify that we are free. Oh.
Bridge.
There's no higher place than the foot of the cross. Is my sin and shame overcome by my Savior's scars? My Jesus, my life surrendered to you alone. There's no higher place than the foot of the cross. My sin and shame overcome by my Savior's scars. My Jesus, my life surrendered to you alone. And I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation, and I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken, and I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation, and I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken. In Calvary's shadow, our chains are broken, death be defeated, and we are free. In Calvary's shadow, the darkness trembles as we stand and testify that we are free. Our chains are broken, death be defeated, and we are free. In Calvary's shadow, the darkness trembles. We stand and testify that we are free.
Celebrate, celebrate. Pastor will come up at this point. Like I mentioned earlier, we don't know where he'll want to jump back into, so listen to context of what he says in his flow moment. You know, if he talks about building our life upon the foundation of Jesus, be ready to go into build my life. If he talks about foot of the cross, Calvary shadow, is that bridge? Yeah. So just be ready. The three likely spots are the chorus of Calvary shadow, the bridge of Calvary shadow, or the bridge of build my life. Yeah. Ryan says he thinks we think he'll probably do both sets of bridges. So be ready for that. But just be ready to follow him wherever he goes. One last thought before we go to news. If you do the, for your run through at 8, use the jump trick. Make sure at the end you reset back to live time. Otherwise, you're going to be wondering where the countdown is, and it's going to be very, very, very off time. Just as a reminder for all receiving locations, at Portables, it will be a 3-minute delay. It will be a different delay at Spotsy because they're on a different network setup. Don't have that off the top of my head. We'll have it for you by Sunday. And so with that, let's go to news.
Hey everyone, welcome to LifePoint. We are so glad you're here. My name is Kelsey, and I'd like to give a special shout out to our first-time guest. On your way in, you received a welcome guide. At the bottom is a connection card. Please fill that card out, and after service, stop by our first-time guest environment. We would love to meet you and answer any questions you might have. No matter who you are, God's vision for your life is to be fully alive. He wants you to know Him, find freedom, discover purpose, and make a difference. When we don't live out this vision, we can find ourselves feeling unfulfilled and lacking purpose. Growth Track is an environment specifically designed to help you discover your purpose so you can make a difference in the lives of others. Step 1 is taking place today, and if you have kids, our Kids Point environments are available while you attend. Stop by our guest services environment in the lobby or go to lifepoint.org/growth track to sign up.
Movement Weekend is just 2 weeks away. This is our first ever student conference, and it will be an incredible opportunity for high school and middle school students to come together for powerful worship, impactful messages, and authentic community. If you know of a student who isn't registered yet, tell them that time is running out. Head over to lifepoint.org/MVMNT2019 to get all the information that you need. Or stop by the student environment in the foyer after service today. We can't wait to celebrate at Movement Weekend with each one of you.
Hey church, we wanted to extend an invitation for you to attend our small group leader training. Leading a small group isn't about being perfect, it's about serving others by giving them a safe place to connect, find community, and find freedom. If you are interested in learning more about joining the small groups team, you can attend small group leader training today at your campus, where we're going to answer any questions that you have and help you discover if this is the right next step for you.
Thanks for watching and welcome home.
Any thoughts, anyone? Cool. Well, guys, have a wonderful Sunday. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to myself or Wes. If you have any questions on Living as One, there is an online tutorial on the production YouTube page. You can also ask Wes, myself, or Scott. Other than that, we hope you guys have a phenomenal Sunday. See you next week.